Oh, it's time to grab your glasses, family. It's time for us to get started. I'm so excited. Sitting up here, Kid Magic. Kid Magic Rock. Shouts out. Here we go.
Get it poppin'. Come on in, drink like, share, subscribe.
Come on, drink your water, but first, take your breath and drink some water.
Take your breath.
Take your breath and drink some water.
Take your breath.
Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath.
Drink. Or should we say, breathe, then drink. Family, come on in. Make sure you like, subscribe, share, right? Also make sure you comment, family, because the only way we grow is what? That's right, if we grow. So first off, I want to say great Ujamaa to each and every last one of you. Yup. We are on Ujamaa, and we also want to give the Ujamaa babies a round of applause. We are going to learn about Ujamaa ultimately through the lens of Ujamaa today. Family, we are standing here and we are going to have a powerful lesson. I have a powerful lesson for you this morning, family. So let's get right into it. I'm going to share the main haiku. Now, I'm going to come back possibly and do my other haikus, but the idea of the haiku is throughout this whole piece and as I'm looking at it, but let's get into it. So here we go. Haiku for today, the main one. Resources combined build power for task at hand when many are one. Is that Brother Haiku? Alright. So I want you to grab your chair, go on, pull up, get up on the porch, get up on the Nyame porch. Take a slow, deep breath. Breathe in through your nose. Allow your belly to expand. After the belly has gone as far as it can, expand your chest. Take as much breath in, hold, and release. Now listen down and sit with today's medicine. Today we are standing flat-footed on a journey moving under the vibrant green and fertile frequency of Ujamaa. For the uninitiated, that's cooperative economics. Economics is deeper than just understanding money. It is understanding the flow of resources and recognizing everything available to us. Too often, the current system causes us to overlook the immense wealth we already possess. To truly understand Ujamaa, we must view it through the lens of Ujamaa, right? So, actually, that's all the principles work together. Let me say this. All the principles. So what we're doing here, we're trying to learn to look at the principle through the lens of other principles. All right. So today, because we are in the week of Ujamaa, we are going to be focusing and learning more about Ujamaa through our practice of Ujamaa today. Right? Viewing Ujamaa through the lens of Ujamaa. Understanding how working together directly fuels our collective economic sovereignty. In my book, The Warrior's Handbook for Life Journey and Player's Pyramid, of course, you get them down and, go to the description and all that. We are reminded that our internal resources must align before we can ever master the material world. Remember, we start with the resources within before we start trying to master everything outside of us. And I think that's part of the problem for us as a people, because we always started within and worked our way outwards. But this world has got us operating in a system where we have to conquer the outside shit before we are even able to even deal with the internal, which is a fallacy, because that shit never happens. It never happens. You're dead before it happens. You understand what I'm saying? So we at Nyame Journey, we're telling you that you need to start with the internal resources. So when we're talking about Ujamaa, cooperative economics, we're not talking about us we are ultimately talking about building stores and stuff like that, but we're talking about harnessing the internal resources that you have. The intuition, the mind, the emotions, the spirit, right? And the body. Come on now. We have unlimited resources that we could be working with internally that will help us master the external world. All right, so let's keep it moving. I kind of went off a little bit. I'm sorry, family. All right, anyway, I'm sticking to the script. I'm sorry. So, the ancestors have left us a powerful diagnostic code to override the poverty program running in our minds. Here's the ancestral algorithm for the day. Abundance is my natural state. Scarcity is a false simulation. Now, I want to stress this. Pulling out my notes. When we are dealing with Ujamaa and we're dealing with the ancestral algorithm, the focus of the ancestral algorithms is overcoming the program of scarcity, right? There is a scarcity program that is covering our eyes. There's a scarcity program out here, right, that we have to fight up against. And with family, we have to understand, we don't come from a scarcity culture. Capitalism, Western culture, requires scarcity so that they can run. But then we're going to talk about that a little bit more. I'm going to stop. Let me stop. So here is the algorithm for the day. Abundance is my natural state. Scarcity is a false simulation. Abundance is my natural state. Scarcity is a false simulation. Abundance is my natural state. Scarcity is a false simulation. When real pressure hits, when fear strikes, and when the illusion of scarcity knocks at your door, your true character is revealed. The ancestors left us a sharp, unyielding Yoruba proverb to anchor our posture. Now check this one out. The head is never so frightened that it disappears into the shoulders. Now let's break that down. Let's break that down. Hold on. Let's go. Wait. When I woke up and that was looking at me when I turned on my computer, I was like, damn. Let me read that for you again. The head is never so frightened that it disappears into the shoulders. Now, let's look at the head. The head represents your sovereign crown, your third eye, your vision, and your direct alignment with the Creator. The neck represents your unyielding resolve. The shoulders represent your capacity to carry the weight of building a nation. In the physical body, fear causes a man or woman to shrink. The shoulders rise, the chin tucks, the chest collapses. It is a protective reflex that when lived in daily becomes a posture of defeat. The ancestors are warning us that no matter how terrifying an economic storm appears, your head was built to stand tall. You cannot let the dread of a dry season cause your own crown to slip. Remember what we said about a river and the drought yesterday, right? You remember that? Yeah. I know you remember that, right? Let's keep it entirely real about how the matrix operates. The system no longer needs physical chains. It controls us through the software of fear, installing a scarcity program from childhood. Somebody type out share if you felt that one. It whispers that there isn't enough food, land, time, or money, forcing us into panic, isolation, and competition with our own brothers and sisters. Right? Now, in the future texts, I haven't released it publicly, totally yet. You go to my blog, you can find pieces of it. In the Baba, we see how the fast illusion of the street grind tricks us into thinking individual survival is the ultimate prize when it is actually a trap. I keep on trying to tell y'all, family, listen, we are social beings. We were designed as social beings. this individualistic bullshit, this individual family shit, all this shit that we dealing with, it's illusions, family. It's illusions. What was a village? A village was a group of families. A tribe is a group of families. Well, let's say a village is a group of families. Let's say a tribe is a group of villages. You see what I'm saying? It all builds up, right? But we were not meant to be out here floating by ourselves, acting like we got to do it all. It's impossible. We are trained to chase imaginary things called dollars and shape our entire existence around them. But is a system truly civilized if it doesn't operate with civility? True civilization shouldn't be measured by financial metrics, but by how well the people are doing, their happiness, their peace, and their alignment with purpose. Now, this is going to make sense in a minute because I'm going to share the haikus that I wrote this off of. The hard truth is that Western culture has historically behaved like a parasite towards African people, living off our brilliance and draining our resources. These economic vampires don't just suck blood, they suck ashe. They don't even suck blood no more. They take a life force, ashe. You understand? They're sucking your ashe. They're sucking our ashe, family. Our divine life force. They inject a numbing venom of fear and illusion into our social system so we don't feel the drain, making us believe we could never survive without them. They feed on our stress. The more fearful we are, the better they feed. I'm going to share, now when I share these haikus, you're going to understand a little bit more. We must recognize the earth baseline is naturally cooperative and abundant. Top I share if you felt that one. Listen, we must recognize the earth baseline is naturally cooperative and abundant. The baseline is naturally cooperative and abundant. That's not what we taught. That's not how we've been trained. We've been trained to come out here and take heads. When we look at our true nature, when we look at how human beings truly interact, right? When we are amongst our foe, right? And as we become more modern and are able to expand that, this means that this feeling need to be expanding as well. We recognize that the earth baseline is naturally cooperative and abundant. As highlighted in an old principle for a new millennium, I wrote that one for the school. The universe inherently provides what we need to exist. Food, energy, and life grow from the soil freely. Scarcity is a manufactured script written by others. Scarcity is a manufactured script written by others. And it is time to flip the script. It is time to transition our minds out of the restricted states of being mad, sad, and scared and step boldly into a life overflowing with peace, power, and joy. Under the law of Kujichagulia, self-determination, we are primary programmers of our own reality. Remember that? When we clear away the toxic noise of capitalistic greed and individualistic panic, the simulation of scarcity shatters. Ujamaa is fundamentally about a shared posture. It is refusing to shrink in isolation. It is looking your brother and sisters in the eye and pulling your wealth and circling your collective power. When the tribe stands all together, the unbreakable bundle, like the unbreakable bundle in the 7 sticks, we realize that we are the resource we have been waiting for. Lift your heads, drop your shoulders, reclaim your sovereignty. And with that, I say, ashe, ashe, ashe. Family, 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 family. Connect with the tribe. Go to the, when you go to the description, right? In the description, I have a link that will take you to all of the things that we offer. You get your Goose Narrative map, find your way. You can become a supporting member, become a candle lighter of the Daily Spark. You rep your principle, get your t-shirt, or just join us on the Daily Spark Telegram group, family. This is where we have our discussions. Come on out and join us. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, and of course, comment. Because the only way we grow is if we grow. And guess what?
You are now listening to Nyame Journey Radio. This is a Heart of a Symbol production. Where we strive to blow up your old paradigms.
Stop the presses, stop the presses. I forgot. Family, listen, I kept telling y'all about the haikus. Let me go and share the haikus that I used to write this today. Civilization. Unfortunately, the West does not qualify. Oh, go, hey, is he haikuing? He haikuing. Hold on. Life of a parasite is to live off and drain life and then find a new host. Am I haikuing? Next one. The West has shown us that they are wearing a mask. They are parasites. You see, parasites was heavily on my mind yesterday. I was out looking for them soursop leaves. And speaking of soursop, family, I don't believe that they call soursop. I got some soursop yesterday. That fruit, that is one of the best fruits I have ever had in my life. Like, good grief. All right. But soursop leaves is known for killing parasites. Western parasites feed on the fear of people using scarcity. And finally, pulling on old fables. Vampires are very real. They feed on Ashe. So you see how all that fit in today, right? But anyway, you know what that means now.
You are now listening to Nyame Journey Radio. This is a Heart of a Symbol production. Where we strive to blow up your old paradigms.